Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, lived a sweet 6-year-old girl named Caroline. More than anything in the world, she dreamed of having an axolotl. Every weekend, she would convince her grandpa to take her to the enchanted pet store. There, in a sparkling tank, lived the most magical creatures she had ever seen. A blue axolotl and a black axolotl. To Caroline, they weren't just pets. They were a royal couple, and she was their long-lost daughter. Deep in the heart of the bustling city was an aquarium, and for little 6-year-old Caroline, it was the second most magical place on Earth. Inside, past the giant sea turtles and the toothy sharks, was her favorite spot. It was a small tank with 3 amazing axolotls, one purple, one pink, and her absolute favorite, the little red one. Caroline would press her nose against the glass, dreaming of a world where she could swim and play with them, a tiny axolotl herself. Once upon a time, in a world not so different from ours, lived a little 6-year-old girl named Caroline. Now, Caroline had a few favorite places, but her third favorite place in the whole wide world was the zoo. She adored the tall giraffes, the giant hippos, and the playful penguins. But her heart truly belonged to one special room, a magical place filled with dozens and dozens of axolotls. She would sit for hours, watching them swim and play, wishing she could take just one home. Once upon a time, in a world full of wonderful toys, lived a sweet girl named Caroline. For her 6th birthday, she dreamed of just one thing, a magical, smiling axolotl. But when the big day came, there was no axolotl to be found. Instead, she got all the latest popular toys and stylish new clothes. Caroline was happy, but a tiny wish for an axolotl still twinkled in her heart. With Christmas just around the corner, she whispered her secret to Grandpa and Santa Claus. Once upon a time, in the snowy land of Kansas, lived a little girl named Caroline. At 6 years old, her favorite time of year was Christmas. She loved being with her family, singing carols and drinking yummy hot chocolate. But oh, how she missed the warm, sunny beaches of Florida with her grandpa. Even though she'd rather build sandcastles than snowmen, Caroline still found joy in snowball fights and making snow angels, knowing her school friends were having fun with their families too. Little 6-year-old Caroline just couldn't wait for Christmas. She counted the days on her calendar, and every single night she dreamed it was finally Christmas morning. In her dream, she'd tiptoe into the living room and see Santa Claus sneaking out. But under the tree was the most amazing gift ever. A huge, sparkly axolotl, the same size as her, surrounded by lots of little baby axolotls. She'd run towards them, and then she'd wake up. Once upon a Christmas morning, little 6-year-old Caroline tiptoed into the living room, her eyes wide with wonder. Presents were everywhere. As she started to open her very first gift, her parents came in, sipping hot chocolate and smiling. Her fingers trembled as she unwrapped a necklace with a sparkling blue axolotl pendant. It was magical! Then came a giant, cuddly axolotl plushie, a glowing axolotl nightlight, and even an axolotl storybook. What a wonderful, whimsical, axolotl-filled Christmas. Once upon a time, on a snowy Christmas morning, a little girl named Caroline unwrapped her most wished-for gift. It was a cozy, pink axolotl outfit. Her dream of becoming a real-life axolotl was finally coming true. She quickly put on her new blue axolotl pendant necklace, grabbed her giant axolotl plushie and a tiny 3D printed one too. Surrounded by her axolotl treasures, Caroline knew Santa Claus had made this the best Christmas ever. She smiled, ready for her next adventure.